The Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio. It's the Q&A on The Love Talk Show.
Hello dear friends, welcome to the Love Talk Show. Let's learn the intelligent love. Yes, I'm here alone today. Yeah, my wife is not here, but I'm sure that our answer will be approved. She's going to be definitely, anyway, she will be helping me here, okay? Well, we're gonna help now these two people. They sent a mail to the program, and it's gonna help not only the person who sent, the people who sent, but actually everyone who are watching us now. Let us go now, let us read the first email. Dear Pastor, my husband and I are saving up for a house, but every time his family members ask him for money, he sends it to them. And we are talking about big amounts. I don't want to seem like the bad of the story, but I really want him to stop and focus on the family he has now. Am I wrong? Not at all. Not at all. So, let me bring you guys, especially for the one who sent this email, and to everyone who are watching us now. Let us bring the scenario. The scenario is, so let me say you receive 5K monthly. Out of this 5K, because of the taxes, you're gonna get 4,000, 4K for something, I don't know, something like this. Anyway, so you have that amount monthly in your pocket or in your bank account for you to spend the money in your family, like to pay the bills, to pay the rent, if you don't own your own house, if you don't own a house, the groceries. So let me say that the cost of it is 2,000, meaning that you still have 2,000 extra in your pocket. And then you're walking on the street, and then you get this 2K and you give to someone who is in needy. So will you do so? Not at all. So, and you say, why, and I ask you, why would you not do that? Even though we have many people in the United Kingdom living rough, and of course in the Universal Church we give this support to people, not giving money per se, but giving food on Saturdays. But of course you can give there, you can buy something for them, whatever, but you not give this 2K, 2,000 for them because your family, because perhaps you have to keep that money for an urgency. So the same is true when two people, because I believe you are married for perhaps a couple of months or years, like I do not know. Does she say that how long? No, ne? How long is married for? I can't remember. It's not. Thank you. Well, you don't say, but I believe that you are not over that 5 years married. You are not. Perhaps you are months or 2-3 years together or married. And because of him always helped the family, which is his parents, he got used to do this and is still doing. And of course, you said that you guys now are building your home, you plan to have your home, but even though if you did not have a plan. So, as when I get married, please don't take me wrong, I'm talking about the Bible now. Talking about the Bible. By the way, find that verse in Genesis. The man shall leave his father and mother shall join to his wife, please. And when I am single and I live with my parents, My obligation is to help my parents. But when I get married, my parents, they are no longer my family. And maybe you say, what? They are no longer my family? No, they are now your relatives. Your family is your wife, is your husband, your children. This is it. This is the meaning of family. And by the way, we teach it very well in the marriage course. So even we mentioned this verse that I'm going to read now. The word of God says, therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. In other words, they shall become a family. So thank you. So you understand now what I meant? So even though you want to help, your husband wants to help the family, his responsibility is solely with you. This is it. But that's the culture. So how about the Word of God? So I'm talking about the Word of God here, not culture. I follow the Word of God. Of course, now and then, there is no problem. Either the husband or wife, they give a support to the family when they really need. There's no problem. But of course, if I want to give any support, let me talking about myself, any support to my mom, my dad, first of all, I have to ask the opinion of my wife. I cannot simply, because they need, I send them money. Even though they are my parents, I love them, but I have a wife. I live for my family, I live for my wife. So I need to explain to her the reason why I'm sending any support, any money. I have to explain, well, I'm sending this now because of this. You do know what I mean? It's like our relationship with the government. Every single year we have to give an account of our earnings to the government. We have to explain. We have to explain. This is the same thing regarding to the marriage. So remember, so when one got married, now his parents become their relatives. And his wife or her husband is now only, how do you call it? His wife is a family member, is family. Okay? Well, this is it. We have, of course, I have more questions to answer in the program, but in this between, I would like to remind you all that you also can have your questions answered here in the program. How? It's very simple. Let us watch this video.
Do you have questions about love, relationships, or dilemmas of the heart? Well, you need not worry anymore. The Love Talk Show has the perfect segment for you, the Q&A. Send your questions to love@uckg.org and have them answered on the show.
We're going to be here together answering people's questions.
If you prefer to remain anonymous, please let us know and we will respect your privacy. Tune in to the Love Talk Show every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m.
The Love Talk Show, live, learn, and love.
Let's learn the intelligent love.
Your question can be used as the topic of the program. Who knows, you just might be helping others in a similar situation. Sharing your questions can help you, as well as inspire and guide others facing their own love challenges. Your email could be the beginning of a journey of understanding and discovery. Don't leave your questions unanswered. Email love@uckg.org now and take part in the Q&A segment on The Love Talk Show. The Love Talk Show, helping you to love intelligently.
You see how easy it is? So you can also send your email to love@uckg.org. It's going to be a pleasure to answer your question here in this segment. Next Tuesday, of course, we'll be doing so. Well, before we answer the next question, let me know where you are watching us from. So leave your comment in the section below. And remember the hashtag single for now. I forgot to ask in the beginning, but now I'm asking hashtag I'm happy married. This is it. This is our two hashtag. Okay. Well, let us answer now one more question. When I got married, my husband became a person I didn't really know. He began to verbally mistreat me, started to insult me, despise me, humiliate me, and sometimes he said he had no respect for me. I felt very offended and ashamed by his behavior. Even with our difficulties and our differences between the two of us, I continue to live with him. Please, could you help me and give me some guidances so that I know what I have to do to maintain my marriage? Well, so you said that he changed after marriage, right? But I believe when you guys were dating, you saw any trace of the type of person he was. And perhaps you ignored that and you did not make him to change. Because, of course, perhaps he behaved in this way, but he doesn't know. The question is, you said, I want to keep my marriage. I want to maintain my marriage. Very good. Very good. But what are you doing to change it? So there are some boundaries that in a marriage we cannot cross. For instance, I know that if I shout with my wife, she will not shout at me. But my friend, I will have a big issue with her. If I shout to my wife, if I shout at her, I know her. She will not, lose the composure. She will not, the temper. She will not. She will keep the temper. But I know the wife that I have. She will not accept. She will not accept at all. So, but he doesn't know. Perhaps when he mistreats you, you simply accept. You say nothing. Or you guys, or perhaps you shout. But you have to show to him that if he doesn't change, he's going to lose you. This is it. This is marriage. In a marriage, there are things that I can do. For example, between myself and my wife and me, we most of the time, we are joking, smiling. This is how when we are together, talking about myself. But even though we have some internal jokes, there are something that I cannot do. If jokes, there are certain things that if I say, she will change her mood. I know the boundaries. I know that I cannot go beyond that. So this is what you have to do. You have to call your husband for the famous "we need to talk." A serious conversation where you are going to determine limits, boundaries in the relationship. Saying, well, you know what you do? You every time or from time to time, you do this, you say that. But from now on, I will not accept. Situations like this, I will not tolerate whatsoever. I will not accept if you behave in this way. If you behave in this way, if you behave wrongly, if you mistreat me as you are doing recently, I'll not accept. So if you learn this and you put this into practice in your relationship, I'm 100% sure that he will change. He will not change overnight, but he will change step by step. This is what you have to do, and everyone. And above all, what else you have to do on top of that? I recommend you to come to the love therapy. By the way, on Thursday, we are going to have the night to start over. The night to start over. What is the night to start over? You know, when myself and my wife, we counsel people, we have, one-to-one with people, usually there are people that they lose their temper in front of us. People, when we are talking, they are talking to us. They are, exposing their problems, and they lose their temper. They lose their temper in which way? They cross like each other. So she's explaining herself, and she did not even finish, and he started answering. You know what I mean? And this is why we are going to have on the 25th, on the 25th of July, we're going to have this day. We're going to have on the 25th of July, the night to start over. What is the night to start over? Because, as I was given the example of the couples, so what is the common ground for them to change their relationship there? What is the common ground? The common ground is to take a deep breath. You know what I mean? To take a deep breath and say, let's start over. Let's start over. This is why this coming Thursday now, we're going to have this night, the night to start over. And the night to start over is not only for couple, but for singles as well. Why this is for singles? Because, there are singles that they need this start over. They need also to start over. Because for them, they have like little monsters in their lives, which are my age, I am 40, I'm 50. But age is a number to God. That's it. When God chose David was young. But Abraham was old. Moses was old as well when God chose him. You know what I mean? So perhaps you have these little monsters. Because my age, I'm reaching a certain age and I did not find anyone yet. There is no one in my branch. There is no man. There is no the perfect person. So this is why you need to start over. We are going to have on Thursday now this special night, the night to start over, for couples and the singles. For people who say, well, I'm start over. That's a new beginning for me at 8 p.m. And 1 hour before, at 7 p.m., I'm going to have the singles hour, and you are our special guest. By the way, it's going to be the singles hour special. Everyone is welcome to be here on Thursday, okay? Well, this is it. It was one more edition of the Love Talk Show. May God bless you greatly. This has been the Love Talk Show. Live, learn, and love. Bye-bye.